Lifting the Veil, Between Utopia and Dystopia, a collection of telltales from Val's Sanctuary of Creativity. I have always been a seeker of truth. The journey for truth has set me on many roads, some straight, some steep, and some winding ones. Sometimes I became lost, and other times I was misled by others. They say the rabbit hole is deep, but I tell you that when you arrive at deep, it gets deeper. The past 2 decades of my life felt like the peeling of an onion that revealed many layers of evil in the world. And when I arrived at the center, it made me weep. I shed many tears. Along the path, I met other truth seekers, very courageous ones that spoke out and were silenced or paid the ultimate price. Isaac Kappy, a ray of light, was one of them. I consider him an American hero. He had the courage to name names that were too dangerous to speak, for crimes that are too heartbreaking to talk about. Isaac's death should not go unnoticed. In this writing, I want to honor him and all the others that endanger themselves by uncovering crimes. Some pay the ultimate price with death. I also want to warn you that the veil is being lifted and that the truth may find you. Sir John Dalberg Acton said, "Power tends to corrupt, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. Great men are almost always bad men." May I add, this goes for women as well. Some are born into power, some are born into evil, and some may have been traumatized and drawn into it. Then we simply just have evil people in this world. We find ourselves living in biblical times, engulfed in a spiritual battle. Do you feel it? The separation of the wheat from the chaff? Blackmail is a tool that is often used to compromise people. Enticement is another tool that promises wealth and fame. These are age-old deceptions that drive people to sell their souls to the devil. Pedophilia is running rampant in the entertainment industry. It was not easy for me. It will not be easy for you, not for America, and not for the rest of the world, to hear about the dark realities being uncovered and the ideals being shattered. It will be very disappointing and heartbreaking if it comes as a surprise. The Hollywood elite and divas seem to be the good guys, but among them there are wolves dressed in sheep's clothing, flaunting their symbolism, hiding in plain sight, torturing our children and breaking souls. They seek out the vulnerable ones. They run on fear. The sad part is that we know many of them. Some of you adore and admire them. I have been disillusioned and deceived myself by many. Learning about great actors, directors, and artists who lead dark lives can be painful. We have invited them into our homes and some far into our hearts. The deception is profound and deeply disturbing. We the people have been under a spell, and in our innocence as children of God, we may have turned our power over to the devil for too long. People, it is bad. It is horrific. You may not be able to believe the distressing behind-the-scenes happenings taking place in Hollywood. All around us there is degeneration in culture, the macabre in art. Wholesomeness and critical thinking are disappearing. Our children and life itself are endangered. As Mark Twain said, it's easier to fool people than to convince them that they have been fooled. We find ourselves in a time of sorrow, and now finally the stars will begin to fall, and denial may not be an option any longer. The time will soon come when this vile satanic cesspool will no longer be tolerated among us. I have lost friends, and I have been ridiculed in my process of uncovering discrepancies and searching for the truth. I have learned when to talk and when to suppress. I do realize that we are all on a unique life journey. Some time ago, I saw a Facebook post that read, "I heard that we are all in the same boat, but it's not like that. We are in the same storm, but not in the same boat." I don't know who said it, but it suits me. Some knowledge is painful. My wish for you is that the truth will find you gently, or that this cup will pass you by. All I know is that the time to celebrate liberation has to be near. I can't bear the weight of all this knowing much longer. Once you see, you can't make it unseen. The choice of the way and the truth and the life will be humbling us and bring clarity. I also believe that humanity will ultimately shine.